There are lots of parents in similar situation where their child has a very, very rare condition. Pharmaceutical companies don't see it to their benefit to do any sort of research. So they're left on their own through, fundraising campaigns and having to raise, like you said, like a tremendous amount of money. What's your advice or recommendations to these families? What are your words of wisdom to other parents like yourself and Hangame?
I would say, you know, for a long time, when we figured out gene therapy was possible for CDLS, no guarantees. But when we realized there was a sort of a candle of hope, we struggled with whether we were going to start something or not start something. Do we start fundraising? Can we raise the money? Could we lead a scientific project? Could we find collaborators? And we didn't know the answers to any of those questions, literally none. But we reframed the question, accidentally, actually. And we realized we were just asking, do we do something? Do we try and do something? Or do we just not bother? And when you frame the question like that, you realize you can't just do nothing for your child. I wouldn't have been able to sleep at night or live with myself if Hasti's condition started to get worse in 2 or 3 years. And I was looking back thinking, we could be in a different situation now if we had just tried. So I think you have to go for it, just throw everything at it and go for it. And we were lucky. But there are also other families out there who are doing this, and they have been some of our greatest allies, people who are fighting for their kids and introduced us to labs and consultants and people and gave us ideas for fundraising. And it is a very, very, very small community, but those people were incredibly helpful and didn't hold anything back because they know what it's like to fight for their child's health and their child's future and life in some cases. And I would say to them, any other parents who read this or see this, I would say just go for it. If you can, go for it and hope for the best. And at worst, it just won't work and you'll have lost nothing and you'll be in the same position, but you'll know in your heart that you did everything that you could for your child.